Hey guys, it's Avondale. We are back on the Winning Putt, and I'm just standing here, people watching, seeing some people get around. Looks like Demo Poo is practicing her parkour skills. I've been practicing my parkour skills as well with Stelio, as you can see. Made it all the way up onto the sign here. I'm a whole 3 feet off the ground. As soon as I got up here, I called my mom, told her all about it. She was really proud of me. So Christine's up here at the top, and she won't shut up because she wants us to do this mission here. So we're going to start this mission. The memorial course that's covered with wonderful mountains is a Japanese-style course where impressive cherry blossoms are. Interesting. Anyone can easily play there because the terrain is flat and the fairway is wide. Challenge the first mission of the memorial, which announces the beginning of spring. Alrighty, let's start that mission. Friendly round number 2074. Start. The bunker is a zone with sunken ground covered in sand. Did you know not every bunker has to have sand in it? Literally, bunker is just a sunken ground. Anyways, this is a very easy stroke 3 holes round. Whoosh! Alright. Cannot do your best if your stamina and mentality is low. Luckily, we're starting out with full. So, let's see. Pretty simple hole. And let's see if we can get Stelio off to the right start. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful shot. And every time I hit a slight pull or push or better, I'm progressing towards another one of my missions as well, which is called Good Shot. So I have one of those, which is nice. I don't think I have to actually start that to do anything. Might actually be able to reach a screen in 2 as well. If we can hit the shot. Not that great. We'll take it though. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about actual golf in real life, right? Because some of you already know this, but I actually used to play quite a bit back in high school. I was alright. It was one of those things growing up that was my sport. Starting in middle school, it was just the thing that I did, and there weren't too many other my friends who were already into it. Made a lot of friends as a result of golf, though. A lot of people started either joining me, or there were people that already played on the team that would eventually become my friends. So in my hometown, we had one golf course. It was a 9-hole golf course, and it was honestly a pretty easy course if you knew what you were doing. It had some pretty challenging greens. That was really its only main defense, and that was where I learned how to play golf. Before I played golf, I was a baseball player, and I always skied throughout my whole life, but golf actually took me away from baseball, and that was pretty much all I did for a while. I competed in high school. I did okay. Certainly wasn't the best player in the state. Anyways, it was a smaller conference we were in, but my senior year of high school, I did win our conference title, which was kind of nice to do. I'm keep making progress on this mission, which is nice to see. Something always appealed to me about golf. Like, one of the things I didn't like about other sports was you couldn't really... Like, you could play a fantastic game of, say, baseball, for example, and your team could get absolutely destroyed, but you played the best game of your life, It's like, as great as team sports are, there's only so much an individual person can do. And that was kind of how I felt golf was different, even as a team sport. It was like, even if our team lost, I could still succeed individually and gain individual accolades from doing stuff well. So, it always felt nice to win. You meet some really ridiculous people, though. There was this one kid I used to play against, and I tell people in real life stories about him all the time, but him and I were pretty much the biggest rivals ever because we were really closely skilled, and throughout our high school careers, he beat me every time we played at his course, and I beat him every time we played at my course. So there was we were just evenly enough matched that we the home course advantage was what separated us entirely, and that he was actually playing in the same group as me on in that conference final. That was the best shot I've ever hit in this game. Oh my goodness! Let's have a birdie there, Stelio. Yeah, he was playing in my group in that finals. But one of my favorite stories about him was we were, had to have been sophomores in high school, right? So we're probably about 15 years old, and the legal age for smoking in America is 18. You have to be 18 years old to smoke. And so as we're walking up the 9th hole of this course, our match is already done. He's already beat me. He pulls a cigar out of his bag and asks if I want to smoke, and then calls me a square when I don't want to smoke. And we're there's people watching and stuff. It's not you're just alone. Oh, that's amazing. I'm still on the sign. Can I just stay here forever? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, this was the type of kid that I had to deal with. And when we did play our senior year there, we were in the same group, like I said, and we were neck and neck, and we got to, oh my goodness, caddy contract. Hold on a second, we'll come back to the story. So I can hire Tanya for 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And what does Tanya do? Tanya Jones is her name. The repair fee on clubs is 10% less. You can repair and enchant, available in the portrait menu. Oh, is there a portrait menu up here? There is. That's kind of cool. What else? 1 additional mod slot. That's good. An additional skill slot. It restores 3% additional stamina and mentality every time you hole out. I haven't run into trouble with that yet, but I could see why that would be useful if you weren't playing very well. Grants a bonus of 10% to the lucky ball gauge. Okay, I would like a lucky ball. Score par or better for an additional 100% XP and 30% gold. Right-click a caddy from the caddy list in the manage option. Where's the manage option? Management, maybe? Caddy. Michelle Hahn. Contract for... Okay, so this must be Chelsea. So maybe Chelsea did come with... Oh, I can change her name. Enter a custom name. Chelsea. There we go. Like I said, this is Chelsea. Okay. This is the best game. I'm so happy with it. Yeah, so Chelsea is going to come with us now. Double-click the caddy contract ticket that you received as a reward, or right-click to make contract with a caddy. We're going to try out Tanya Jones here. If I can remember how to get in there. I think it goes in the inventory. There we go, yep. We'll double-click her. Yeah, I'm going to contract you for 20 minutes. The caddy is your best friend. I got 10 platinum for completing that. There you go. We're going to accompany Tanya Jones for 19 minutes. I have to get off my sign, unfortunately. I need to go back to a challenge round. Can I complete another mission? I already did that. Mission complete. Oh, there we go. Overcoming bogey. Bogey or better in friendly round 5 times. Okay, yeah, so we just need to go play another friendly round. Start that mission. Anyways, back to that story. This kid and I are playing against each other in the finals, and we're neck and neck, and we get to the 17th hole, and I think I had him by a shot on the 17th hole, and I played the hole pretty smart. I hit a good tee shot and either a good layup. It was this par 5, and it was one of the weirder holes that you'll ever play in your life. It did this zigzag, almost like if you ever seen a tree that grows straight up and then all of a sudden it just grows sideways and then back up around like it's shaped like a C. The hole almost does that in the middle, right? And so I managed to hit a good drive out on the corner of that thing and then hit my next shot up around it. Another perfect drive from Stelio. And then I hit my next shot up on the green, so I've got a birdie putt on this par 5, and I think I end up making par, but he tried to take a chance and get it on the green in 2 because he knew he was a shot down, and he snap took his second shot, just a big curve to the left, and it ended up in the trees really, really far below the surface of the green. We're talking probably 40 feet or so uphill on his next shot, not to mention the fact that he was in the woods. and he goes down there, he tries to hit a shot out of the woods, hits a tree and goes even further in the woods, and then he just drop kicks his bag. And I mean, he's always had like an aggression problem, like doing ridiculous things to get mad at himself, like spanking himself after bad shots and just all kinds of really weird things. But he actually straight up kicks his golf bag as hard as he could, and I was just laughing because I saw this whole thing and I was far enough away that he probably couldn't see my reaction to it. Hey, a birdie for Stelio. But I was just absolutely dying laughing over that, and it was at that moment like I kind of knew I had won, and that whole rivalry of the two of us playing together all through high school really, that was the last time we ever played each other, and to go out on a win made me just feel so good. I remember this other time, my freshman year, there was a really good senior class on the team, and there was no room for me as one of the top 5 golfers that year. I would alternate in as the 5th spot every once in a while, but they were all pretty talented, so I didn't really have an option to play up in the matches that mattered. And there was this one time, the kid that was my rival, his freshman year, we were the same year of class, he was good enough to be the number 1 on his team. Like, he was actually a really good golfer. And he was playing against our number 1, obviously, and the guy who was playing on our number 2 was, he was a really easygoing guy, and he found humor in situations that other people didn't, right? And so I'm walking around with, I think my mom was walking around the course with me watching the match, and the number 1 golfer on the team, his girlfriend at the time, was walking around with us as well. And so we get to the 8th hole, and that was the hole that my rival lost to our number 1 on. And right before he lost, my number 1, who quite honestly wasn't a very nice person either, tried to call him on a penalty that the guy may or may not have really taken. I didn't really know, but the other guy got mad and didn't really like try to fight him, but like got aggressive, and he had a temper like we already talked about, and so he didn't really handle it the best. And so that happened, and the match was over, and on the next hole, the match was already over, and my rival has this ball in the fairway, and there's a local rule that's in effect. What the heck? This is an interesting hole. There's a local rule in effect at most of the courses in the area that I'm from that's called taking a preferred lie. And basically what you're able to do is, because the grass conditions aren't always the best, you can mark your ball when you're in your own fairway with a tee or a ball marker or whatever. So you mark the ball, and you can pick it up and move it anywhere within its usual... Oh my goodness, really? Stelio? Oh, sad day. So you can move it anywhere within, it's usually either a club length or a foot of, or, however far of where the ball actually was in the first place, to give yourself a better lie. And so the match is already over, and my rival hits his ball in our fairway, like he's supposed to, on the right hole, and then he goes to give himself preferred lie, and instead of marking it with a tee like he's supposed to, he decides he's just going to roll the ball over with his club in the fairway, which, to be fair, is actually illegal. But the match was over. He wasn't going to win the stroke medal for the tournament, and there was really no reason for the guy to call him out on it. But of course the guy calls him out on it, right? And so this guy, my rival, and the kid who was playing with them from the other school, both got really aggressive and got all up in our number 1 golfer's face about it, and they were really mad at him. And our number 2, the guy who was the really easygoing guy, finding comedy and everything, instead of going down to help out our number 1 in that little confrontation, he fell over laughing, rolling around on the hill, just dying laughing because he couldn't handle the situation that was going on. And me and my mom and the guy's girlfriend are up on the hill, and we're all laughing too. And the kids from the other school heard us laughing, and it just completely deflated their egos. And that not only did they lose that individual match, but they lost the whole the overall team match as well. And it's just one of those things, like, people, and granted our number 1 would forget this all the time too, but a lot of times when you play a sport, you forget that it really is just a game, and sometimes you got to take it easy on other people and just have fun. And that's, I don't know, I took a lesson away from that, you know, like watching the way that our number 2 responded to that. Like, he just saw the brighter side of the issue, and yeah, was one of my. It could have turned into a really bad situation, and then it ended up being one of the fonder memories I've ever had of golf team in high school. Was just that little confrontation between a couple of people that really didn't matter. Stelio, baby! All right, so Tanya Jones is over there trying to give us all kinds of advice, and Stelio, with the exception of the biggest bunker on the face of the earth, is really playing quite a good round. I don't know, his haircut looked pretty Stelio at the beginning, but it's actually kind of starting to look a little bit more Justin Bieber-y. I can't say I'm a big fan of that. Oh, Stelio, the perfect drive. Or the slight push, whatever. Either way, I've got that mission completed, I'm sure. Yeah, I can't actually claim the complete mission, though, I don't think, while I'm in a round of golf. Which is a shame, because I'd like to start reaping the benefits of those rewards. I'm going to go ahead and shorten up my club here. Looks like I'm using a little bit too much club. Another nice shot from Stelio. As long as we stay in the fairway, that's all that matters.
Fairway.
If you don't hit the sweet spot exactly, the driving distance or degree of accuracy is reduced. Look out. That's good to know. Alright. See if we can't finish the round out strong here. Only a couple holes to go. Yeah. Not a big fan of that shot, but gotta admire the distance control. Looks like we have a pretty flat green over here as well.
Nice.
Any minute now. There we go. Oh, wow. Talk about a flat green. All right. Let's see if Stelio can make a putt. Let's straight in. It's looking good. It's tracking. Oh, money. Tanya Jones is really impressed with that par. Really impressed. And I would be too. Anytime you can take a par when you can't reach the hole, and I mean, I hit a driver, a long iron, and then another long iron to get all the way to that hole, and that was what I had to deal with. Alright, finishing hole, the par 5 here. It's got a split fairway. We're going to have to play it short, though, so there's no sense even trying to figure out how to get there in the quickest way. I can't wait until Stelio is like level 600 and can hit the ball like 1,000 yards, so we can play these courses a little bit better. Get out there. Man, that they always put that longest drive line. I say they put it there. It's always just like 2 yards longer than I can possibly reach. It makes me so sad. So now here we need to get out far enough that we can get around the trees. I think that'll probably be fine. See if we can get it out there. I was kind of worried about not hitting a good shot there and not getting it in the fairway. I figured I had plenty of room to miss, but hitting that nice spot on the bar will do it. And we're about halfway to level 5 as well, which is going to make that next mission a little bit easier, hopefully. Hoping we get there soon. Try a 7-iron in here. Maybe? Yeah, we just won't hit it entirely full. Right there. Oh, this could be money if I hit it on the dot. Not quite. Come back a little bit, though. Pretty good shot. On in 3. Let's see if... Oh, man. Okay, I'm very, very happy with that. See if we can tap it in. Oh, dead straight. No worries.
Birdie.
And a birdie to finish for Stelio. The green in regulation, get the 1 putts. Starting to get the distance up a little bit, that's helping. But I'll tell you, out of 6 holes we played, we got 3 birdies, shot a 1 under par. Not too bad for level 4 Stelio. Did it in 5 minutes. Way to go. We're up to 370 platinum now. We have almost 6,000 gold. We're going to head back to the square. We'll cash in this and we'll call it a day. There we go. Overcoming bogey. It looks like I made it. I'll have to get back on my sign before I do too many more things. Yeah, I have that to complete, and I have good shot to complete. That extra experience boost from Tanya Jones there got us to level 5. Hey! We completed the achievement. We got 10 more platinum, and I can complete that mission as well. Amazing. So I have all these new missions, and we'll tackle some of those next time. I've been Avidale. Thanks for watching. Anyways, this is a very easy stroke 3 holes round. Whoosh! Alright. Cannot do your best if your stamina and mentality is low. Luckily, we're starting out with full. So, let's see. Pretty simple hole. And let's see if we can get Stelio off to the right start. Oh, fantastic. Beautiful shot. And every time I hit a slight pull or push or better, I'm progressing towards another one of my missions as well, which is called Good Shot. So I have one of those, which is nice. Hey guys, it's Avondale. We are back on the Winning Putt, and I'm just standing here, people watching, seeing some people get around. Looks like Demo Poo is practicing her parkour skills. I've been practicing my parkour skills as well with Stelio, as you can see. Made it all the way up onto the sign here. I'm a whole 3 feet off the ground. As soon as I got up here, I called my mom, told her all about it. She was really proud of me. So, Christine's up here at the top, and she won't shut up because she wants us to do this mission here. So we're going to start this mission. The memorial course that's covered with wonderful mountains is a Japanese-style course where impressive cherry blossoms are. Interesting. Anyone can easily play there because the terrain is flat and the fairway is wide. Challenge the first mission of the memorial, which announces the beginning of spring. Alrighty, let's start that mission. Friendly round number 2074. Start. The bunker is a zone with sunken ground covered in sand. Did you know not every bunker has to have sand in it? Literally, bunker is just a sunken ground. My friends who were already into it. Made a lot of friends as a result of golf, though. A lot of people started either joining me or, you know, there were people that already played on the team that would eventually become my friends. So, in my hometown, we had one golf course that was a 9-hole golf course, and it was honestly a pretty easy course if you knew what you were doing. It had some pretty challenging greens. That was really its only main defense, and that was where I learned how to play golf. I don't think I have to actually start that to do anything. Might actually be able to reach a screen in 2 as well. If we can hit the shot. Not that great. We'll take it though. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about actual golf in real life, right? Because some of you already know this, but I actually used to play quite a bit back in high school. I was alright. It was one of those things growing up that was my sport. Starting in middle school, it was just the thing that I did, and there weren't too many other